Hey guys, so sometimes I watch my own videos and I go back and I think like of more things to add to certain topics, and I recently watched my confidence video and I think I left out a lot of things about how to get happy and how to keep yourself positive when you don't feel confident. In the part where I said like love yourself and accept yourself, otherwise other people won't. Some people might be taking that as advice but wondering like, well, how do you like yourself if you really don't like yourself? Like if you have low self-esteem and you just don't think the best of yourself, like how can you achieve that? So these are like my personal opinions and things that maybe I've done or told other people in my life. And I think that liking yourself has a lot to do with how you feel. It's all emotional. So for example, if you feel really, really good in a certain shirt or certain dress, a certain makeup, a certain style of hair, try to do that the most you can. It's not superficial. It makes you happy. It makes you feel your best. Like you feel most confident when you wear this item, favorite pair of shoes, favorite pair of jeans, something that makes you look good. Remember that it's okay to wear things that make you happy. If working out makes you feel good about yourself and you feel like empowered and you're making a change because you don't like the way you look, maybe work out more. Try to change your diet. Like do things that will accommodate your working out and enhancing your results. Do volunteering or things like that. It doesn't have to be physical. Whatever makes you happy and feel best, do that a lot, and eventually the happier you are, like that's going back to like what you'll put out to the world. Like when you're happy, you put out happy. When you're miserable, unfortunately, you might sometimes come off as like a bad vibe. Like you never know. And also being around the people that you're around. A lot of people don't understand that the friends and family and social like media, all this stuff that goes into like who you're around and whose life you're looking at and who's looking at yours, it has a lot to do with your self-esteem. People who surround themselves with people who are negative or like high and mighty and like kind of putting people down, like they're always talking about money, clothes, this and that, and you maybe are not able to afford that same lifestyle, but certain friends like don't judge you, like they just accept you and they love you for who you are. Other friends might constantly remind you how you're lower and not as good as them. They might talk down to you without actually being obvious about it. Like they just might say certain things like, oh, like, you know, we're gonna go shopping and oh, but we only shop at Macy's, like we don't go to Target. And you're kind of like, well, Target's awesome. So surround yourself with people who have similar interests as you and they understand like your view on certain things. Like Macy's is not the best store like out there. There are certain other stores that are a lot less expensive, and friends who can understand that and not make you feel like crap because you don't have as much money. That has a lot to do with your self-esteem as well, because then you won't feel like you're not good enough. You won't feel left out. You need to surround yourself with people in the same circle as yourself, not like cutting people out and like, oh, I'm gonna judge people by their income, but whoever makes you feel best and like doesn't judge you, that's the kind of people you should be around, in my opinion. If someone in your life makes you an option and you make them a priority, change that. Only make people priorities who make you priorities. Also, there are certain friends who put you down and they say things and they make you feel like shit. Like they'll say like, oh, you're so fat, or like, oh, you're always with this guy, like you're such a slut. Like certain comments that might actually trigger things in your head, like make you feel bad about yourself, and instead of like learning from it and changing your ways, it just makes you want to like do something to piss them off. That's not very healthy. There's other friends who can do constructive criticism. When they tell you something, they sit you down, they take your feelings in consideration, so they try to break it to you a certain way, very friendly, very nice, like they're gonna actually care about your feelings. So they sit you down, they're like, you know, I've noticed that you just got broken up with and now you're just dating every single guy and it seems like you're going a little fast and you might regret this later. Like they tell you what you're doing, but they also show you why it might hurt you later, instead of just like, yeah, like you're a slut and you need to stop effing every guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like there are certain ways to do it, and the people who give you constructive criticism versus just making you feel bad, that's the kind of people you want to keep in your life, the ones who take your feelings into consideration. Also, I mentioned like stop caring about the world, and like the less you care about the outside opinion, the more happier you'll be, and like the more you don't need like anyone's approval. So one really easy way to stop doing that, if you're someone who thinks a lot and like you really can't help but always wonder about the other person approving of you or like accepting you and like you want to be liked by everyone, something that helped me a long time ago, whenever I would wonder about people and like I wanted to be liked or accepted, I would just think like, you know, would this person give two shits about what I think? Would they change their wardrobe or change their attire or their personality or anything to satisfy me? Half the time the answer is no, they wouldn't, because they don't care what you think. They don't live their life based on how you feel. So why should you base your life or your actions or your dress code on this random person or this person you work with? It shouldn't matter. And the more you can like literally talk to yourself in your head and ask like, would this person do this for me? Or like, would this person even care if I did certain things that would approve of them? The answer is always no. Like, they don't. Like, half the time they do what they want. They never care about anybody else's opinion. So that should help a little bit with, like, you not caring so much about their opinion, like what they have to say, because honestly, they don't matter. The people who matter, they don't mind how you are, and the people that mind, they don't matter. So it's a really, really easy way to kind of like make yourself think like that, like force yourself to think of these questions and think of this kind of stuff. That way, when you think of it, like you're in your head, like kind of talking to yourself, I know it sounds silly, but it really does work. You start caring less. Like, you notice, like, yeah, like, why do I care? And like, why should it matter? Like, if I like this jacket, I'm gonna wear it. Like, things like that, that you just keep reminding yourself, and eventually just becomes like a way of life, and you buy what you like, you wear what you like, and you don't care about what anyone says because you know that you like it, and that's all that matters. So it's really short, but I wanted to add that really quick in the video, and I hope that this helped and like enhanced more self-love or whatever. And if it didn't, then I mean, you can always ask me questions, leave a comment. But if it did help you, I'd like a thumbs up. Like, let me know if this kind of advice is good, and if you guys like these videos, I'll definitely make more. What matters most is what you think of yourself. So as long as you're happy and you're liking what you are, and like you're not making bad choices, like you're not hurting other people, then no one else should matter. It's all about how you think of yourself, and that's what will show in the world. And I just want to remind people, surround yourself with positive people. Do what makes you happy. I always am happy with my hair straight or curled. Like, instead of just moosing it, I actually feel better when I like take the time and like put myself first and take that hour or 30 minutes to like do my hair and actually take time on myself, and it makes me feel really happy. So I do that. That's one little thing. Usually when I go out and stuff, I really do like wearing eyeliner. I feel like it looks really great and everything, so it like pops my eyes out, and I really, really love it. So I always like seem to wear that when I'm going out to like be around people and everything. Little simple things like my favorite hoodie. I have a black hoodie that I love so much. I wear it like all the time. I don't care. Like, I just love it so much. So if I feel good in it, that's all that matters. And yeah, so I just want to remind you guys. Anyways, subscribe to my channel, please, and like this video, comment, rate it, let me know how you guys feel, and I will make more in the future. And thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.